On May 1, 1960, while the Soviet Union celebrated the Day of International Solidarity of Workers with parades and displays of communist strength, a radar station in Kazakhstan was thrown into chaos. A familiar blip, an American U-2 spy plane, had once again appeared at an impossible altitude of 70,000 feet, far beyond the reach of Soviet interceptors for years. Furious Soviet high command ordered every missile site and air unit to intercept the intruder as it pushed deeper into the USSR than any U-2 ever had. Major Mikhail Voronov, preparing for holiday meetings, rushed his men to activate the S-75 Dvina missile system. Meanwhile, CIA pilot Francis Gary Powers calmly followed his flight path high above, unaware of the storm gathering below. Soviet aircraft scrambled. A MiG-19 shadowed him helplessly from far below, while a newly delivered Su-9, unarmed and lacking a pressure suit, was ordered to ram the American aircraft. Its shocked pilot obeyed despite knowing the risk. On the ground, Voronov's crew prepared the missile battery just in time. When the radar locked onto the high-altitude target, a missile was launched, twisting upward before racing toward the U-2. Powers saw a sudden flash and felt a violent jolt as the missile blast tore the tail from his aircraft. The jet broke apart and he was thrown halfway out of the cockpit, struggling against the wind until he freed himself and deployed his parachute. On the ground, the SAM operators saw the radar blips merge and celebrated, but headquarters demanded continued firing, unaware that friendly MiGs flying with outdated transponder codes were entering the kill zone. One pilot, Sergei Safronov, was tragically shot down by his own side. Powers landed near a village where farmers first mistook him for a Soviet flyer before realizing he was American. Despite the U.S. issuing a false weather plane cover story, the Soviets had recovered both Powers and the nearly intact reconnaissance aircraft. After months of interrogation, Powers confessed publicly, becoming a controversial figure back home. Voronov and his men were honored for the shootdown, while the major general who oversaw the chaos was expelled from the military. The Su-9 pilot survived and met his newborn child months later. Powers was eventually exchanged in a prisoner swap, later receiving U.S. honors before tragically dying in a helicopter crash after steering away from children on the ground, a final act of selfless bravery.